Shut up and sit down.
Hello, I'm Arkatsgay, and this finally happened. The MeToo hashtag has claimed its first female victim. The Democratic candidate for the Kansas 3rd Congressional District, Andrea Ramsey, has dropped out of the race after allegations of sexual harassment surfaced, dating from 2005. The MeToo hashtag is dropping bodies all over the world, though up till now they all had penises. That isn't to say that none of these men weren't guilty. Undoubtedly, some of them were. But I categorically reject that they all are, for the mere fact that the definition of sexual assault or misconduct has been so watered down and broadened that it seems everyone is guilty of it now, and therefore the charge in of itself has almost no meaning unless it's backed up by evidence. According to Jezebel, Ramsey was accused of sexually harassing a former employee at Lab 1, a Kansas-based medical laboratory testing company where Ramsey served as the Executive Vice President of Human Resources. In an Equal Employment Opportunity Commission complaint and subsequent lawsuit, Gary Funkhauser alleged that Ramsey subjected him to unwelcome and inappropriate sexual comments and innuendos beginning in 2004 while he was a Lab 1 employee. Ramsey denied the allegations, calling them false and a lie. 12 years ago, I eliminated an employee's position. That man decided to bring a lawsuit against the company, not against me. He named me in allegations, claiming I fired him because he refused to have sex with me. That is a lie, Ramsey said in her statement. The Equal Employment Opportunity Commission investigated the allegations and decided not to pursue the complaint. The man later decided to voluntarily dismiss the lawsuit because I wasn't named a party. I didn't have any opportunity to participate in its resolution. Now, what's most interesting here isn't the admittedly delicious irony of the story, but yet again the reaction, or lack thereof, to it. Invariably, when men are accused of sexual assault in this new McCarthyistic inquisition, the coverage follows the pattern of either they did it, or they're denying that they did it. In the case of this woman, it's simply that she withdraws from the race, and a offhand sort of cursory mention that it's because of sexual harassment accusations. As opposed to this, when men deny that they've committed sexual assault, they are accused of hiding it, and that their denial itself is evidence of this assault. Case in point, Tavis Smiley. Now, honestly, I have no idea if either of these people are guilty. Frankly, I no longer care about the mere accusation of assault until police proceedings begin. This is not because I'm a callous asshole. Well, maybe a little. But mostly, the idea that burden of proof seems to be completely irrelevant now. Both of these people, woman and man, have been accused by people of deeds that presumably happened many, many years before. And as of the recording of this video, there is little to no proof of either. Despite this, both have lost their jobs. The big reason for this is the Democratic Party striving to establish itself as a moral authority, to contrast itself with the Republican Party, who they view as the morally dubious party. I'm politically agnostic. I literally don't care about either of these two parties anymore. At this point, it seems like sexual assault allegations are literally just another tool for outing political opponents. The fact that this can be used by women or men without any evidence against their opponent is disturbing. This basically is the same thing as the Salem witch trials, where all it takes is a group of young teenage girls to accuse other people that they don't like of being witches for them to be burned. In the case of Ramsey, it would be wonderful if the allegations were in fact false. Wonderful for the simple reason that if she were in fact innocent and fought the charges, and was able to prove her innocence, it would establish a precedent of the political mainstream using evidence and not just this hashtag hysteria to establish guilt. Men have, of course, been fighting these accusations in record numbers. I've wondered for a while about how long it would be before sexual assault allegations would start falling on women. Frankly, I'm surprised that, as of the recording of this video, there hasn't been any feminist counter-arguments in the same way as when men tried to share their MeToo stories. P.S. They were largely shat upon. But when men deny allegations, it's literally viewed as evidence of guilt. As I said, I can't be bothered anymore until police proceedings begin, because at that point, that means there's evidence. I do understand that there's often not always evidence in these cases. That is sad, and I feel for the victims of assault where there's no evidence to vindicate them. However, I do not believe that if you have no evidence to prove your case, that ruining people's lives is legitimate, or at least productive as an option. Just in case it isn't clear, I am not trying to invalidate actual victims of assault, but I am intensely worried about what I view as a witch hunt evolving in the cultural narrative. We've been through this before, and no matter how good the motives are, they rarely end well. We have to protect the innocent no matter what. Otherwise, the justice that you get from punishing the guilty is tainted and in itself is unjust. Tavis Smiley has said, "This has gone too far." Now that a liberal woman has been brought down by hashtag MeToo, will feminists finally agree? This has been Our Cat's Gay. Like, subscribe, love it, hate it. You already watched it, you can't unwatch it. Thanks for watching.